So we have to be careful about what we're going to talk about now, because up until a day ago, this young person's name was in the public domain. And the reason it was in the public domain is because there was judicial authorization to identify the young person. Why? Because he was on the lam for allegedly killing a 71-year-old lady. So now his photograph and name can no longer be published or broadcast. We have to be very careful about the circumstances of the things we're talking about. But he was it was a male youth of Toronto, age 14, has been charged with second-degree murder. And he had released an Instagram live video, which we're not going to show, on why he allegedly murdered the lady in the parking lot as she was putting away her groceries. And according to him, it's because she wouldn't let him steal her car.
And Sheila, on that note of this little thug posting this on social media, do we really need to use the A word, allegedly? The guy implicated himself. He put himself at the scene of the crime. He basically admitted to the murder of this 71-year-old grandmother. He offered a motive, wouldn't give him the car keys. So I don't know. I know until he's being proven guilty, you know, typically you got to use allegedly. But wow, talk about a slam dunk case. But you know what? This is a case where this creature should be tried as an adult, but he won't be. And again, the Supreme Court of Canada showing again how on the wrong side of the people they are. They have made it essentially impossible for the prosecutor to charge a young offender as as an adult. And I can't remember, Sheila, is he being charged with first or second degree murder?
Second degree murder.
Yeah, I have a problem with that.
In
it's
the
give me your
United
car
States,
or I'll
this
kill
would be
you.
felony
Pardon me?
In the United States, this would actually be felony murder in many states.
Yep.
So if she dies in the commission of a felony, that's felony murder. That's the execution chamber for you. But in Canada, this is just second degree murder. It gets bumped down for some reason.
Yeah, well, maybe they'll do the right thing and bump it up. But the fact is, I will be shocked if even this meets the benchmark of him being tried as an adult. It's not going to happen. And in a few years, this little punk...
21, probably. He'll be out.
He'll be out. You won't know his name. Although, I would say this, Sheila... now that we have social media, I think if you really were a bit of an internet sleuth, you could find his picture and his name, not that difficultly. So there's that. But, you know, certainly if we were to say anything, if we were to show you his image, if we were to say his name, they would throw the book at us, Sheila. Oh, boy. Because, and again, this is, you know, we talked about this on Friday. When it comes to the Young Offenders Act, then replaced by an even worse act, the Criminal Youth Justice Act, I believe in second chances. You know, a kid goes on a joyride. Somebody shoplifts, you know, a necktie at a store.
This is a psychopath.
Yeah.
This is a danger.
Yeah.
This is something completely different. This is not a youthful indiscretion. We have the transcript of the video that he posted to Instagram Live about what he was doing when he killed this lady. And I'm sorry, my computer does not quite understand the weird Toronto dialect that has developed over the last 10 years. And anybody from outside of Toronto, I think you know what I'm talking about. You can sort of hear there's a little bit of a thug something happening there, and I don't know, but there's a strange Toronto dialect, and I've actually read some linguistic articles about it that is developing very recently. And I say this as somebody with a strong Alberta accent, so this is not a condemnation of Toronto, although I have reasons to condemn Toronto. This just isn't one of them. He said, and I can't quote it verbatim because I said my computer doesn't understand this random throwing in the word fam into places that this young man does. But he said he was trying to get her car, but she didn't give me the keys. So I yoked her, she said. So he admits that he just killed her. He said, basically he goes on to say, I didn't mean to kill her, but you did kill her and then take her keys. In the commission of a crime, you killed a woman who, somebody's grandma who was trying to bring her groceries into the house.
He butchered her with a knife, Sheila.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But you know what? Yeah. The liberals will say, oh, come on, boys will be boys, I guess, right?
Systemic racism, and he grew up in a bad environment. So apparently poor people don't know right from wrong, which is just paternalistic nonsense.
You raise a really good point. I really want to know what his backstory is. Is he being raised by two parents, or is it a single mother, perhaps? And I know,
I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I didn't grow up wealthy. In fact, I grew up beneath the poverty line. I was raised by a single mother. My dad died when I was 9. It was nobody left. He died. There's no excuse for not knowing right from wrong. This elitist nonsense that poor people don't know what is right and what is wrong is absolute garbage, and I'm tired of being used in the criminal justice system to make poor people less safe. Because when these lunatics get released from prison, guess where they go? Right back to the underprivileged neighborhoods they came from. And the people there trying to crawl their way up out of whatever systemic nonsense they're dealing with, they are the ones who have to deal with these people, not the people in the fancy houses in the fancy neighborhoods with the fancy streets and the well-groomed yards. It's the people on the cusp who have to keep dealing with this nonsense.
Sheila, I hear what you're saying loud and clear. I know you don't give a damn, and neither do I, of the extenuating circumstances. My question is, does his parents give a damn? Right. And I think that's an important question.
Sure it is. Yep, sure it is. And again, once again, just because you're poor doesn't mean you get to be a garbage parent.
Oh, I totally agree.
like it's just, I don't know. I don't appreciate the excuses about socioeconomic class warfare that will be made on behalf of this young man to justify his butchery of somebody's grandma.